This is the story of a boy who became a man, and a man who became a hero. Okay, maybe that last part isn't totally true, but it could happen. Anyway, it all began in a faraway land known to only a few as Texas. It was there that many years ago this boy's parents met and they got married. Together they had 3 little niños, but these 2 aren't important, just this one. His name is Alex Garcia. This boy faced many struggles throughout his childhood. He often had to go to school and do homework. Sometimes he was even forced to eat vegetables. Okay, maybe not everyone has a tragic backstory, but we all had our own challenges to overcome growing up. Alex had 2 loving parents who raised him well, but unfortunately Alex didn't get to see them a whole lot because they worked so much to provide for him. When they weren't around, Alex would spend his free time sitting in front of the enormous 26-inch screen television. The screen was like a magical window of vibrant images that captivated Alex's imagination. Just where did these images come from? One day he noticed there was something different about himself. He discovered he had a special power. Whenever he picked up a pencil and pressed it against paper, he could create his own images. Alex's father was very impressed by this power. He encouraged Alex to practice as much as he could. "Wow, mijo," his father would say. "Keep practicing and someday you'll be the best. And you'll have a sweet mustache like me. But remember, mijo, with great power comes great responsibility." "Thanks, Dad. I'll take that to heart," Alex would say. But he did not take that to heart and grew up to be extremely irresponsible. Alex's father pushed him to be the best. In elementary days, Alex was a straight-A honor roll student. But once high school came around, classes stopped being so easy. Alex's grades started to fall due to his questionable study habits. He was no longer the best. Not only that, but Alex soon discovered that his power wasn't so unique. Many other children his age had the same power, and they were much more skilled with it. This was all very discouraging for the young boy. He was far from the best and was afraid of disappointing his hard-working parents. As anxiety and self-doubt took over his thoughts, his inner critic started to grow louder. "Why bother studying for the exam?" his inner critic would say. "You're just gonna fail it anyway." Eventually, Alex stopped trying out of fear of failure. In 2011, Alex graduated high school. While his friends were all excited to go to university, Alex hadn't applied to any colleges. He had no idea what he wanted to do with his life. Soon, Alex was left behind by his friends. He stopped drawing as much and started working every day as a janitor. "Why bother drawing anymore?" the inner critic would say. "It's not like it's going to get you anywhere." Yes, this was a depressing time in Alex's life. He was starting to face the reality of adult life. Dreams don't come true. He wasn't special. He wasn't the chosen one. He wasn't going to save the world. He wasn't going to be the best. And he would never have a sweet mustache like his father. But what's wrong with that? Who was this mysterious voice? Why, it was none other than Alex's inner supporter. "Who cares if you're not the best?" he said. "Being the best is way too much work. Just draw anyway because it's fun." Alex started to feel a little bit better after that. "Also, who cares if you don't go to university like other people? What does it matter if you don't finish college in 4 years? It's not a race, you know." Alex suddenly felt quite a bit better than he'd felt in a long time. With the help of his inner supporter, Alex managed to gain a better position at his job. Along with that, he started taking classes at Houston Community College. There, Alex enrolled in a Humanities class, in which he learned a great deal from his highly esteemed professor. She was very wise and knowledgeable. She probably has like a 6.0 score on Rate My Professor, right next to that spicy red pepper. Anyway, from here on out, Alex's life took a turn for the better. He stopped listening to his inner critic so much, but he still felt like he was missing something. He decided to ask his inner supporter, "What is my purpose?" His inner supporter responded, "Sorry, buddy, but I'm afraid no one gets to have that handed to them on a silver platter. Only you can answer that question." So after he graduated from HTC, he started traveling on a journey of self-discovery. Along his adventures, he met a lovely young lady who shared all his dumb interests. Together, the 2 of them drew endlessly until they completed their first comic book, and that book was a huge hit among young readers around the world. The comic was quickly made into a movie. Seeing their own story on the big screen was extremely fulfilling for Alex and his girlfriend. Soon after that, the 2 of them got married. They earned enough money to buy their own house, and there they had 2 kids of their own. And then they adopted a third kid because orphans are cool. Many years pass, and Alex and his wife continue to write and sell more comic books. Their children grow up, and eventually Alex becomes a wrinkly old man who just reminisces about the good old days. He looks back on his life and all the things he accomplished, and he thinks to himself, it was pretty good. I'd give it a 7 out of 10. Yes, he was extremely satisfied with his life. Then he died at the age of 111 in the year 2104. Now you're probably wondering what the moral of this story was. Well, if there was anything you should take away from all of this, I guess it would be that you shouldn't waste time. And I don't mean never slack off or have fun. I mean do what you want to do when you want to do it. You can't let the fear of failure hold you back. Failing is a necessary part of life that makes you grow stronger. Just be who you want to be, and be the best that you can be. Now, if you'll excuse me, I have to go now. My planet needs me.